like to thank you all for coming here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Phil Greazzo. For me, today isn't just Flag Day, it's also my birthday. So I've always had a special connection to the American flag. My daughter Jacqueline and I donated this flag to the city of Manchester for a few reasons. The old one was really faded, but mostly to draw attention to how the flag is displayed. Our founding fathers took great care in outlining how it should be seen and treated, and to this day it's considered a living symbol of America. Our flag is known throughout the world to stand for freedom, justice, and liberty. No matter where you are, Old Glory is recognized in an instant. Whether it's outside a hotel or embassy, in a book, or part of a product label, it's the unmistakable trademark, brand, and logo of America. When you close your eyes and imagine the American flag, only one image comes to mind. With us here today are veterans, members of the Disabled American Veterans, veterans of foreign wars, the American Legions, Sons of the American Legion, Daughters of the American Revolution, and first responders from different parts of the state. Please give them all a round of applause for their dedication and service to our country. I'd like to thank the Manchester Fire Department for installing this flag correctly and for protecting our city. Thanks to the Manchester Police who keep it and us safe. And I'd also like to thank the Mayor and his office for their dedicated service to our city. I'd like to give special thanks to the men and women of today's military, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. I love you all for all that you do. You give us the freedom to display this flag without fear of being shot or imprisoned. In some cases, you give your lives. If we could have a moment of silence for the sacrifice they make in defending this flag and our country. Thank you. The Marines, our toughest, most elite group of soldiers, do not wear the American flag patch. If you cannot read U.S. Marines on their uniforms and recognize who they are in the battlefield, you're probably the enemy. The Air Force, our most technologically advanced branch of the military, do wear the American flag patch on their uniform, proudly and properly displayed on the left sleeve. The Navy, our most versatile branch, dominates the world's waterways. They also display the American flag properly. The Army, our nation's workhorse, dedicated to completing the mission, do whatever is asked of them, including the wear of a full-color, backward American flag patch on the right sleeve of their field uniform. You heard correctly. The Army regulations were amended in 2005 to add a full-color, stand-alone, backward American flag on the field uniform. General Schumacher, who was Secretary of the Army, took it upon himself to alter the way in which our flag is displayed. However, only one person has the authority to alter the flag, and that's a sitting president. Therefore, I call on you today, President Bush, to fix our flag. Having a brightly colored patch on our soldiers' uniform increases the danger to our troops and gives the enemy a target. The backward flag is not only wrong, but it's spreading to police and first responder uniforms throughout the country. There are proper ways to display the American flag, but a standalone backward American flag is not one of them. My friend John Babiar's here with us today is a first responder. John, if you could please come up. When I heard that John's fire department had recently added the reverse flag to their uniform, I called him immediately and found out that was in fact so. I explained the issue and asked if they would rethink following the Army's example of the backward American flag. After visiting fixourflag.org, meeting with his department, they've decided to correct the display, and I'd like to present him with the patches to do that. John?
Thank you, Phil. Grafton Volunteer Fire Department is a small volunteer unit. In fact, for the most part, we don't wear uniforms because we're just volunteers. We had a recent death where we scrambled around to get our uniforms together in every which way. And some of our people said, well, this is the way the flag should be worn on the right-hand sleeve. And unfortunately, we brought along with what the Army had said, the reverse flag. When you look at the reverse flag, it just feels wrong. Since my childhood, it's always been, you look at the flag, the stars are on your left, the stripes continuation on your right. And the backward flag is so wrong, so offensive. But at the time, we were not educated as to the proper way. We found a way. We voted this past Monday to switch over, and we thank Phil Greazzo for his generous offer. Our uniforms will be switched this week.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Phil.
These flags, along with the one on display here today, mark the beginning of the Fix Our Flag campaign, which is much like an SOS call for help. I've already asked my elected representatives for help, and now I'm asking for yours. Anyone willing to preserve the symbol of America should sound the FOF to their members of Congress and the Senate, and especially the President. From here today, we can stand together and fix our flag. That's all I have to say. Thank you. My daughter recently took up saxophone this year at her middle school. Actually, she's going to middle school next year at her grade school. And they just learned You're a Grand Old Flag. So she'd like to play you her version of You're a Grand Old Flag, and then we'll have the mayor dedicate the flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Guinta, the Mayor of Manchester.
Great job. Great job. Thank you, everybody, for coming today to honor our flag and dedication and a recommitment to our country. First, I do want to thank and acknowledge a couple of the aldermen who are here. Alderman Mike Garrity in the back, who has also served as a Marine, as well as Alderman Armin Forrest, who served in our Army. Thank you both for being here today. Actually, when this conversation happened about a month ago, when I was leaving the office and Phil was walking City Hall Plaza, and we stopped and we chatted, we looked up at the flag and that was here up until this one was replaced, and it needed to be replaced. And he offered immediately to pay for that and to donate it to the city. I thought it was a wonderful gesture and one that deserved recognition. So I thank you and your daughter for donating this to the great city of Manchester. I'm sure, as you all know, this is Flag Day. This particular day is important because the second Congress, Continental Congress, adopted the flag back in 1777 on this day, which is, while it's not a national holiday, it's a day that we choose to honor, protect, and preserve here in Manchester. So I'm honored to have a brand new, beautiful flag. I again thank the Greazzo family, and now if you'll all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much for coming, and enjoy your day today.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. This is great. I love it. I thought the